Hi, my name is Christy Breitling, and I'm going to walk us through real quickly how to log into our textbook, just so we're all on the same page, and for parents as well, so that in case you need to field any questions about our textbook. It's an online textbook, an online resource, which has a lot of great features, and I'll try to explain a few of them as we go. But step number one is to get logged in. So if your child, they should all have their Schoology account easily to get into it. If you need a parent password, let me know. But first of all, one way to get to it is through my course page. So it looks like this, and you would scroll down to where it says Social Studies Textbook TCI. So this is one way to get to the login, and we'll give it a moment. Once you get here, you'll have to click again on the title, and then it will take you to this page. Student sign-in is what we're looking for. Another way to get there is in a search engine, just type in Teach TCI. And that is going to also take you to their page. And it is right here that you want to go, the student sign-in. So you click on that, and it gets you to the same place. We just want that student sign-in. So either way is easier. I did ask most classes yesterday to bookmark this to their desktop or to their bookmark bar here so that they will have it for easy access. So the password then, the teacher username for everybody is going to be DMS. I tried to keep it very simple. The username gets a little more complicated in that the username for everybody starts off with an SS. Now we, for the 7th grade, have 75 subscriptions. We know that we all social studies teachers don't use this at the same time. We know that students don't use it at the same time. And in order to be fiscally responsible, we did not get a subscription for every single student, and we are sharing them. So that means and I told this to students, it's important to know that we have 75 subscriptions. They have been assigned a number, but if at any point in time you get kicked out, that means that somebody else is using that same number. Just use a different number. Anything between 1 and 75. And that should get you in. So I'm just going to pick 30. So SS30, again, anything between 1 and 75. The password then for everybody is Cardinals. So figured that would be another easy one to remember. No uppercase, all lowercase, Cardinals. So the plural version. Then you hit sign in. Wait for that to sign us in. And then we get to basically be like the table of contents. Over here we have the chapter. Over here we have the title. The essential question we typically do use in class. That's our big picture idea, what we're trying to get students to think about. Typically, these essential questions don't necessarily have a right or wrong answer. It just depends on how you explain it. So it's more in depth. And so the chapter that we're on right now that I'll use as our example is chapter 9. We did skip many chapters to get here. We're starting our first unit on government. So this is the chapter I had students go through to just get an idea. So here's the chapter. They call it a lesson. The section is right here, and there are multiple ways to be able to see that. We purposely, one reason we like this textbook is that it keeps the section short, has pictures in it, and then you can switch obviously here. There is sometimes a question. The questions can be read to you. You can think about answers. We do not ever answer right in this because we share textbooks. If we want a question to be answered, we'll put it on a Google Doc or a worksheet. So you can see that there are some questions. I've mentioned to students it's a good thinking point after you've read something. We don't assign a ton of readings from this, but we do use it here in class, and it is highly encouraged that if you're having troubles with a chapter or just want some extra background knowledge, to read the chapter. We do mention, I do have listed the chapters that we're in along with the folder that I have highlighted purple as our current folder. So a couple things to know. Here is a play button. It will play, and you can listen to a computer recording of the section. So
1. Introduction. More than 200 years after the Constitution was created for a new nation, a vastly different United States is still governed by the...
Okay, so there it plays it. Now it does most of the time highlight what it's reading.
When the delegates left Independence Hall in September 1787.
Okay, good enough on that. It does highlight it for you. Students are encouraged to bring in headphones. I do have some in the classroom for them as well. This, if Spanish is a better language to hear it in, or to see it in, excuse me, this will convert it to that. There we go. I didn't necessarily want to play it. Okay, we'll move it back to English. So that is definitely an option if that works. This button right here gives us the main ideas. And so if a student's reviewing, it will underline on actually blue, make it blue, the stuff that is the most important. So students can use this as a review. This is a save it to your drive. That's a new feature this year, and to print it. Otherwise, the other features in this, over here on the side, there's vocabulary. These are some new things that you can, this one is a activity that you can do to practice some things. You can see there, and it gives you a question to answer. The vocabulary is actually over here with vocabulary cards. We do a lot of these vocabulary in every day in our warm-up activities, but you know, again, if your child feels like they need some extra practice, if you feel like you need them to have some extra practice, this is an area they could go to see some vocabulary cards. There's an assessment feature. I don't know if I have to set that. Yeah, there's nothing been assigned. So mostly we'll be in the textbook. We use this. There's a lot of different resources I can use. This is just one of them. So the biggest thing there is just getting you logged in for you to see. We did have students kind of walk around and through it, like look through different chapters. It does also, you can make pictures bigger. They can see that and, you know, emphasize, magnify even further. There's just some good qualities to this program that we'll be using, and it's on the Chromebook. They don't lose them. They typically don't forget them. It's just making sure they know how to get into them. So if you have any questions on how to use this textbook and some of the features of it, let me know. Shoot me an email. That would be great. Otherwise, ask your child. They know a little bit about it too. Like I said, we'll be using it throughout the year. Thank you very much. Have a great day.